Today we're going to be talking about the mineral requirements in plants. Yes. So, some certain elements in the soil are needed by plants for proper growth and development. Yes. And these are derived from the soil through the absorption of water by the plant roots, or let's say through the absorption of minerals by the plant roots. So plants make use of mineral nutrients in form of aqueous solution, and the mineral elements, or let's say the mineral nutrients needed by plants, are of two types, which is the macronutrients and the micronutrients. So these macronutrients are needed by plants in a large quantity, or let's say a large amount. Yes. And the micro is needed by plants in a small quantity, in a meager quantity. So macro for large and micro for small. An example of these macronutrients are your oxygen, your carbon, your hydrogen, your nitrogen, your phosphorus, your sulfur, your potassium, your magnesium, your calcium, and your iron. So all these are your macronutrients. Yes. And I'm going to give you the functions of all these macronutrients I listed. And the general function of these macronutrients is to make the plants grow properly and healthy. So that's just the basic function of macronutrients, is to make your plants grow properly in the right way. So now let's look at the function of all these macronutrients. So the first one is the magnesium. So this magnesium helps in formation of chlorophyll, synthesis of oil in plants, and helps to bring about cell division also in plants. And deficiency of this magnesium leads to poor growth and yellowing of the leaves, as you can see in the diagram. See it there in the diagram. So let's look at the iron. The iron helps in formation of chlorophyll also. Even the magnesium, you see there that magnesium helps in formation of chlorophyll, and iron also help in formation of chlorophyll. And the deficiency of iron leads to poor growth and yellowing of leaves. Yes. So you see that magnesium and iron has similar function and similar deficiencies. So let's move on to the third one, which is the potassium. So this potassium helps in cell formation, cell membrane formation, regulation of certain cells' activities in the plants. And deficiency of potassium leads to very poor growth, and the leaves turn orange or brown, as you can see in the diagram above. Now let's look at sulfur. So sulfur helps in formation of certain proteins in the protoplasm of plant cells. And deficiency of sulfur leads to yellowing of leaves, and the stem become very slim and slender. Yes, you can see it above. So let's move on to the next one, which is calcium. Calcium helps in healthy growth of the plants, strong roots, cell wall formation of the plants, neutralizing acid of the in the body of the plants. Neutralize the acid in the body of the plants. So the deficiency is that it leads to weak, stunted growth and also poor root development of the plants. Yes. So let's move on to the next one, which is nitrogen. So nitrogen helps in synthesis of amino acid, synthesis of protein also, nitrogenous bases, nucleic acid, and chlorophyll in plants. Synthesis of chlorophyll in plants also. So the deficiency of nitrogen in plants is that it leads to extremely stunted growth with very small yellow leaves. Yes, with very small yellow leaves, as you can see there in the diagram above. So let's look at the phosphorus. So this phosphorus helps in formation of coenzyme and nucleoproteins in plants, and it also acts as buffer in plants. So note that phosphorus acts as buffer in plants, and the deficiency of phosphorus leads to poor weedy growth. Stems and leaves become very purplish, as you can see in the diagram. it becomes very, very purplish. Yes, turns purple in color. So let's look at the micronutrient now. You know, I said macronutrient is required in a large amount in plants, and micronutrient is required in a small amount in plants. Yes. So let's talk about let me just give you the list of the micronutrients before I start giving you the functions and deficiencies. Yes. So the first one is the manganese, the zinc, the copper, the boron, the molybdenum, the chlorine, the silicon, and the nickel. So let's look at the first one. I'm going to talk about the nickel. So this nickel helps in nitrogen metabolism in plants. The nickel helps in nitrogen metabolism in plant growth. And the deficiency of nickel results in stunted growth and chlorosis. Stunted growth and chlorosis. So let's look at the molybdenum. So this molybdenum is necessary for nitrogen fixation in plants. Yes. And it results in poor growth of plants. It results in very, very poor growth of plants. That's the deficiency. So let's look at the chlorine. So this chlorine is necessary for oxygen release during the photosynthesis. The oxygen that is released during photosynthesis, the chlorine is very, very necessary for it. Yes. And the deficiency results in poor growth of the plants. So now let's look at the fourth one, which is the boron. So this boron helps to bring about translocation in plants, the movement of nutrients across the plants, and the deficiency results in poor growth of the plants. Yes. So now let's talk about the zinc. The zinc helps to synthesize protein in plants and is necessary for the synthesis of raw materials in plants. So the deficiency is it results in poor growth of the plants, poor leaf formation also. Yes. So now let's look at the last one, which is copper. So this copper helps in synthesis of raw material, which serve as electron carrier of chlorophyll in plants. Yes. And the deficiency results in poor growth of plants and pale green color of the leaves. So this is all that we're going to talk about in this class. Hope you enjoyed this class. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share to your friends. See you guys in my next class.